So you might find that another person will tell you that I'm getting 10,000 rands, and another person will tell you that I'm getting 20,000 rands a month. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sihle Happy Lamini, and if it is your first time joining me, you are most definitely welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, and I'll see we have a bit more numbers. Okay, the numbers are growing, and that is such a positive sign. In today's video, I will be talking about studying in Taiwan, the processes of, and yeah, I recently, just a few days back, I put up a question on my YouTube, on my Instagram page, asking about which questions do you guys have concerning coming to study to Taiwan, and you guys send me questions. So this video will be channeled by the kind of questions that you have asked, and I'll be answering to that. Okay, first of all, to start with, I'll just briefly give you the agenda according to what I'll be talking about. The first one will be application dates, will be scholarship, universities, courses, language of study, and the process of application. Concerning the application dates, which is the first one, we just get right onto it. The application dates are usually between January and March, like the last day of March, usually 31st of March. There are some exceptions though for some other schools, which open application up to the 28th of February, and some other schools they open up to the last day of April. So you will really want to check that carefully before you start your application. Right along, I'll get onto scholarship. There's quite a number of sponsors at the moment, one of which is they call it MOFA, and the other one is ICDF. And the third type of scholarship is the scholarship where you are being sponsored by the school which you are going to study in, and usually that sponsorship is not a full sponsorship, but I will go into the details just now. So I will start off by the MOFA scholarship. The MOFA scholarship will sponsor your airfare, which means that is your air tickets coming and going back, which means you have a round trip of when you come to Taiwan and of when you go back home after your studies. So if you want to go and visit home in between, that will be your funding. You will fund yourself if at whatever time you want to go home. And okay, the next thing that they will cater for, they usually give you a monthly stipend. This type of scholarship, the money comes through the school, so the school will be the one to determine, okay, this is how you're going to pay your school fees, and this is how much monthly stipend we are going to give you. So for this one, it depends on which school you are at and how expensive or how cheap the school you are at is. So you might find that another person will tell you that I'm getting 10,000 rands, and another person will tell you that I'm getting 20,000 rands a month. It all depends on what type of school you are at and how much really you need to pay for your school fees. The thing I will talk about is for MOFA scholarship, is when you actually start getting your monthly stipend. Your monthly stipend, you will receive it a bit later. It is not usually as soon as possible. Sometimes you find that you will have to wait for about 3 months or so. So if you got this type of scholarship, you need to prepare yourself for extra, like for for catering yourself for the first 3 months, especially food and those type of things, the things that you need to get by every day. So those are the things you will need money for that. Money that will push you at least until you start getting your monthly stipend. And I have already mentioned that your monthly stipend will be determined by how expensive or how cheap your school is. Moving right along, I will get onto the ICDF scholarship. Okay, ICDF will sponsor for your air ticket, your accommodation, your day-to-day living expenses, of which will be the monthly stipend. So for this scholarship, as soon as you get to Taiwan, you will get your first monthly stipend, which is around 15,000 NT dollars, and just divide that figure by 2, and then you will get the currency, South African currency or Eswatini currency. On to the third type of scholarship, of which is the sponsorship that you are offered by the school that you're going to study in. This type of scholarship usually is not a full scholarship, so you will have to bring yourself to Taiwan. You pay for your air ticket, you pay for your own accommodation as well. At least the school where I am at, let me just make an example of myself, because that is the type of scholarship that I have. I have to sponsor my stay where I stay, and then for books, you have to buy books for yourself. So what they do is that they sponsor for your tuition only. Yes, so it is, you have to be really prepared. But on a brighter side, there is a monthly stipend of around 5,000 NT dollars. Divide that figure by 2, and then you will get the amount in Emalange in Emalange or rands. So yeah, and also for this one, it will take some time before the scholarship, or before the monthly stipend starts to pay up. It will take a bit of time, so also you need to be prepared for those expenses, toiletry, food, and yeah, anything that you need to live by. And another thing is that there are also other extra costs with this last type of scholarship. There are also other special costs that you will need to pay for. For an example, your health insurance, you will need money for that. Like each semester you have to pay for your health insurance. With that said, I will then move on to the third thing on the agenda, which is universities. I will mix the universities and courses. So universities, and they're different. There are lots of universities in Taiwan offering different courses. So be it engineering, education, human resources, management, business, anything, health sciences, you name it. There are so many universities and courses that are being offered. And lastly will be one before last, language of study. The language of study for, okay, there's a link that I'm going to put down below for you guys to see the list of all courses that are offered in English. So you can follow that list, so that you definitely show that you will be studying in English. But then there are also other courses. Please read carefully. You don't want any surprises. Please read carefully. There are also other courses that are sponsored but are offered in Chinese. So yeah, the last on the list will be the application process. The application process is 100% online. So everything you do it online. Application, submission of application forms, is done online, so you don't have to physically hand in anything, except for the scholarship forms. The scholarship forms, you will fill them online for ICTF, and then you will hand them over to the Taiwanese embassy in Eswatini, of which I think you guys already know, but if you do not know, it is in Mbabane. Yes. And also all the accompanying documents, like your, okay, I'm sorry about that. all the accompanying documents for application, such as your certificates and all those things, they will need to be certified first. We usually take those related documents to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to be certified there. And one thing I can tell you is just a word of encouragement. I value education so much, so really, if you get a chance, if you get a sponsor, you are accepted at a university, I feel like that is an opportunity that you should treasure. You should allow yourself to explore, go to different places, meet different people, meet new people. It's a bit uncomfortable at first, but you will just get used to the whole process. And one last thing is that good luck with everything, and see you soon. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. And also, if you like this video, like as well, give it a thumbs up, give a comment, and if you have further questions as well, you can just ask those questions. And any related links, I will link them down below so that you guys can be able to start the process as soon as possible. You have under a month to do it, but it's possible. Thank you so much, guys. Stay blessed, and bye.